Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I was at Walmart a couple of weeks back now and found some Milani. I'm not often in store at Walmart, so I was really excited to track down some new products. They've got a skin tint, a face palette that I'm really excited about, and I'm going to include just some Milani makeup that I have in my collection, basically all of it. I don't have a ton of experience with the brand, really. It's not super popular in Canada, but anyways, I will have everything that I'm using and wearing listed down below as always. If you enjoy drugstore makeup videos, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. So I was super excited to see this tint, and I had a couple of requests to review it. I did have to pick up two shades. There are more shades in between this, but they weren't available at my Walmart, so I'll have to track it down or kind of try and find it online. This is the Milani Hydrating Skin Tint. I picked it up in 210 light to medium and 310 medium to dark, so I will have to mix these together. I did actually film this video before and it had no sound, so we're back again. It was a first impression. This is a hydrating skin tint. I'll show you swatches. And this doesn't have a ton of shades. It might have been like 10 or 12 when I looked it up on the website, but it's super light coverage, really pretty sheer actually. So I think a lot of people will be able to use the shade. So you can see there's quite a bit of a difference between the two. You have 210 here, your lighter shade, and then 310 here, which is definitely too dark for me. So I'm gonna mix them together. Just gonna mix it on my hand. A lot of the drugstore brands have new stuff out. I picked up some new hard candy. I know Wet n Wild has some stuff out, but because I'm not out and they're not sending it to me, and it's not as easy to buy online, I don't have my hand, like I haven't gotten my hands on it, but I also haven't really tried either. So yeah, that's the plan, is to cover some more of the new drugstore stuff that's come out. And if you would like a full review on this, let me know and I'll try and get my shade for it. I might have added a little bit too much of the darker shade. But let us blend. I'm going to use a beauty blender with it today. Claims on it: ultra luminous skin tint, sheer to light coverage, melts into skin for natural dewy glow. It says it has 29% squalane in there, which is a really hydrating ingredient. It says it locks in moisture, prevents moisture loss. I'll link, I don't think I have a ton of Milani videos. I know I reviewed that foundation that they had out a while back, which I don't even own anymore. I think I decluttered it. It wasn't that it was bad. I think I liked it at the time, but it wasn't anything that I was super pumped on, and I don't think the shade was great. I know when I lived in Newfoundland, if you're an East Coaster, Milani is available at Lawton's, which is like a kind of a similar equivalent to Shoppers Drug Mart. It's like an East Coast drugstore, and they always had a good stock of Milani, so I buy it more then. But now in Toronto, it's available at Rexall, and more recently it's available at Shoppers. So that's exciting. But that's only new. I'm just gonna blend it in. It matches me pretty well. Like I said, it's very sheer and luminous, easily buildable. You could probably use your fingers with this. It has a little bit of a thicker texture. That's why I'm using a sponge. I don't think I've tried it with a brush, but I love the way it looks on the skin. It is definitely dewy. I'm gonna need to powder it. In comparison to, say, like the Fenty Skin Tint, that's more thick, more matte, and more coverage. This is definitely lighter. But it doesn't feel greasy. It still does have some tackiness to it though. She glowy. For my concealer, this isn't new. It's their Conceal and Perfect, but it's kind of new to me because I only ever had a shade in it that didn't match me. This one is in 150 Natural Sand. I really, ooh, that's stinky. I remember when that first Wet n Wild foundation came out and I reviewed it, and everyone's like, it smells like paint. And I was like, what? I didn't even notice. But that, I didn't even try to sniff it, and I got a good whiff. Ooh, I never had my phone on. And it smells like poison. Good Lord. Oh. Do you have this? Is that okay? Should I be putting it under my eyes? This is only my second time using this concealer. Not quite sure why I'm blending it out with a brush. I never do that. But I'd say it's about a medium coverage. And it's a good medium. Sometimes medium coverage concealers I find don't look good, like they just make you look worse. But this feels like a nice medium coverage, and it's a good match with the tint in terms of the amount of coverage it gets, because I wouldn't want to put like super full coverage under my eyes and then lightweight on the rest of my face. And that shade is pretty close to my skin tone, a little bit brighter, but quite a bit of warmth in it. Now everybody and their mother and their sister and their dog and their brother's uncle's cousin has come out with a liquid blush. And not that I have a problem with liquid blushes, I like liquid blushes, but like, where are the powder blushes? I don't know, I just feel like no one's launching powder blushes. But anyways, I picked this up, cruelty free by the way. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush, obviously got it in like a coral shade. What's new? But what I like about this one is it's actually like really peachy. It's less coral in my opinion, and I don't think I have anything this color. And it's very pretty. Everybody's doing a good job with the cream blushes. I feel like that's coming out. Like Maybelline had some nice ones, although I think they were limited edition. CoverGirl had them too and they were limited edition. But the ones that I really like from Quo Beauty in Canada, Shoppers. I feel like blush is one of those things, you tell me. I feel like in talking to people who like aren't big into YouTube, they don't wear blush. Like blush scares them. So maybe that's why companies, I'm like, why hasn't someone come out with like a great blush collection from the drugstore with like 5 shades? They work for all like variety of skin tones. I mean, they've barely done that for bronzer, so I guess we've got work to do, but blends in super easily. It's like a creamy, like a cream gel with like a little bit more cream in it. So it's easy to work with. As you can see, I'm quite shiny. If you have an oily skin type, definitely right off the bat before I even continue to wear it, you're gonna wanna powder this. And this isn't a wear test or anything. Like I said, this is only my second time trying it. So if you want me to wear this foundation throughout the day and like get my full thoughts on it, because I won't have them for you now, let me know. Just gonna set my under eyes. This is the Makeup Revolution Banana Powder. I don't have any Milani powders. I think they've got a powder foundation as well, which I'll try if you're interested. And then L'Oreal Infallible Powder Foundation. Sold out everywhere, the TikTok effect. Bless! Allergy season even for cats. Testing out a new drugstore base today. This is probably what excited me the most when I was at Walmart because there's 2 palettes, which like feels like the bare minimum, but face palettes very rarely ever come in more than 1 shade or edition. So I was really excited to see that there was 2 of these. It's the Milani All-Inclusive Eye, Cheek, and Face Palette. I picked up the deeper one, which, what are they calling it? Where does it say it? Oh, volume 120, medium to deep, and then I guess there was also a light to medium. My bad, I actually didn't look at the light to medium to see like what the colors were. I saw this and just moved on, so I can't say for sure like who exactly that might work for, but I was so impressed to see that. High-end brands don't even do this, and the shades actually looked really pretty. Every shade looked usable to me, and I think if you have a deeper skin tone than me, it'll still work, because like I'm really like a medium skin tone. I'm not that deep. A lot of it is my features. My actual skin tone is not that deep, so for a product to work on me is really not that impressive, right? Like we need to make sure that products go much deeper than this. So at the very least, I know that somebody who's deeper than me can use this. I'm not sure how deep, but it's better than normal. So I'm going to bring you in a little bit and use the eyeshadows. If you couldn't see, in this palette here, there's a highlighter, a bronzer, 3 shadows, and 2 blush. 1 blush is like a, you know, NARS orgasm. Brands can't resist. And then a much deeper blush here, but any of these, in my opinion, can be used as a shadow, highlight, whatever you want to do. I'm going to play around with it a little bit today. I also just want to point out, look at my skin. Is this rich people skin on a budget? Just a thought. Okay, gonna take this shadow right here. I also want to say on Instagram stories yesterday, I told you, told everybody my to-do list to keep myself accountable, and then had people submit what they were doing, and I was calling people out throughout the day to keep us accountable. And I really found it so helpful and so supportive. It's just been, I'm gonna take a little bit of the deeper shade. It's, you know, it's nuts times. It's nuts. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. So, you know, I fully do not agree with, and like if you're doing it, absolutely, but I just don't agree with the messaging that like we should all be hustling and creating side businesses and learning new hobbies and like freaking becoming Olympians. Like, we are in the middle of a global pandemic that is torturing people in physical ways, in mental ways. We're a year in. Like, don't be too hard on yourself. And I said this at the end of it, and I was like, if all you could do today is exist, that's enough, right? That's a task in itself lately. But I also, like, I do need to work, you know, gotta keep the lights on and stuff. So, and I feel good when I'm productive, but it's like getting started, and I find I'm really productive first thing in the morning. So I woke up today at 6. I immediately got up, I edited a video. By 7:30 I was done editing. I took a little coffee break. Now I'm filming. It's 9:15 after I did some like organizing of my makeup and everything. So it's just like so easy to do nothing. It's like not even like I'm enjoying my time when I'm just chilling. Like, I have no attention span for anything but Housewives and TikTok, which, like, I'm not complaining. Thoroughly enjoying. Just started Beverly Hills. Camille is insufferable. But anyways, it was so nice. So I'm definitely going to do that again. If you're not following me on Instagram, let me plug myself here. I post hilarious stuff, okay? I just do. It's just hilarious. If you like when I'm kind of a bit of a troll, I'm gonna take some of this blush. If you like when I'm a little bit trolly and silly, and sometimes risque as one can be and still remain Samantha Jane, we have some fun on Instagram. So yeah, that's that. I don't know where I was going, but yeah, Housewives, wow. And I don't like to say that people are insufferable, because, like, you know, these are actual human beings that I'm talking about, right? But she literally scares me. I just finished season 1. Just the way she was talking about arguing, saying like, the person who stays in control is the one who wins the fight, and blah blah. And, like, you know, she's clearly been through a lot. Kelsey has put her through a lot. I'm saying this like I know these people, like Kelsey, and also Kelsey Grammer. I grew up watching Frasier with my grandmother. I'm appalled. I'm disgusted by his behavior. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shadow here in the center. And you know what's so funny? I've avoided Housewives for so long just because people loved it. You know, like when people love something and you're like, I'm not gonna watch it. Or is that just me? Is that just only child behavior? But I don't know, it never appealed to me, and I love reality TV and stuff. But when I was in Newfoundland in October and I had to quarantine for 2 weeks, Elise, who does my nails, who I miss so much, please, she recommended it to me, and I started on Potomac and then Atlanta. Those are the ones that have, like, primarily Black cast members, and then there are the what else did I start? Salt Lake City, and then I recently started Beverly Hills. Oh, and New Jersey. Oh my god, New Jersey. Although I had to skip the first, I think I watched a little bit of it. I'm gonna take the gold highlight shade. I think I watched a little bit of season 1, maybe fully season 1 of Jersey. I might have skipped season 2 just because the misogyny was so bad. I was like, I can't watch this. I just can't. You know, it's like early 2000s and just a very different lifestyle and, I guess, culture, whatever it is that I'm used to, but it's great. And it's just like such a good thing to take on right now because there's endless seasons. Endless. I've even been rewatching already with friends, even though I only just started everything in October. Anyways, back to the eyeshadow. I think you can see these are beautiful eyeshadows, beautiful color, great blendability, a little bit powdery, but also very creamy, not a ton of kickback, no fallout. Now I'm going to use their mascara and primer. I've talked about this before. They actually sent me this. They don't normally send me, I'm not sure why they sent me this, but, like, I know why, like, you know, but they haven't continued to send me anything. I picked up the rest of this myself. I actually messaged them on Instagram a little while back to see if they could send me the middle shades because I just can't find them. But anyways, this is the Milani, the violent one. Too much Housewives talk. The Violet One Lash Primer. Really love this. Up there with the Essence and the L'Oreal. And I'm going to pair it with the highly rated mascara. And I really like both of these. I've used them separately and I've used them together. Oh, I think this mascara is drying out a bit though. It is really good, but it's a little dry. That's what the mascara looks like. Lots of length and definition. Normally a little bit better. You can actually put like, what is it, eye drops or something in mascara to get it going again. This is quite old though, so it's probably just ready for the empties bin. Now I'm going to take the bronzer shade. I'm going to take this Benefit brush because I can't really fit my normal MAC brush in there. That's kind of my only complaint with the bronzer, is that it's a little bit small, but I actually really like the packaging. I'm glad it's super slim and sleek. There's a mirror but no like brushes or anything. And I'm going kind of light on this bronzer because it is quite deep and quite warm, which is good because it means it'll work for deeper skin tones, but it's a little deeper than what I would normally go for, so I'm just using a light hand. I'm going to take, again, a little bit of a smaller brush. More concentrated. That was kind of more diffused. Now I'm going to target the bronzer to the areas where I would like to bronze. I got a little bit of sun last week. It was so exciting. I've got some color. I was wearing my SPF. I don't know if I reapplied though, if I'm being honest. You know, it's like the first sun. It's been a while. So I actually bought another Milani blush. I'll save that for another video. I'm going to use both of these blushes in here. Use this one, use that as a topper and a highlight. YOLO. This blush is great. It's got nice depth. It's a nice berry tone. You can see how much. It gives me lots of color. I have my light on here. Give you a more accurate representation. Light of my mirror. Then on top of that, I'm going to use their like kind of orgasm-y shade. Ooh, oh, you know what? Oh, I don't know if I used this last time. That's gorge. And I will still highlight though, I guess. She's glowy today. She's glowy today. I'm in a singy mood. I'm so sorry. Pretty. Really pretty. No, a little bit congested. There's no glitter in there either. Eyebrows. These are Benefit 24 Hour Brow Setter. You know the deal. I actually just gathered up a bunch of stuff that I want to get rid of out of my makeup collection, kind of just grabbing it, not doing like an official declutter. Let me know if you'd like to see a video of like what I'm getting rid of and why. But it's just kind of like, you know, some of it's just like, it's old or it just didn't impress me or whatever, because I'm thinking about this because I'm getting rid of a bunch of brow gels that I just don't use. I'm like, let's be honest, you know, if I ever want to do a full face or something, I'll go pick it up. But these I've had in my collection for years for like no reason other than variety, when all I use is this pretty much. So that's that. And then the only Milani lip I have isn't that like fresh and summery. It's a little bit deep. It's one of the Amore matte lip creams. I really loved their salt and pepper collection that they came out with. They had some nice shades in it, but because they were limited edition, I didn't find myself talking about them, and I think I handed them on to someone. But they do have nice lipsticks. Those ones that come in gold tubes, I remember those from Newfoundland days. I don't know if they're still around, but I remember they had like, they were gold, and then they had the little sliver of what the color was on the bottom. Beautiful nude shades. I know I had some. I love a brown lip. Some of that banana powder from Makeup Revolution. I think I just need a little something in the center of my lips just to lighten it up a little. I might have just made it worse by adding all of those things to my lips. I just added this L'Oreal liquid lipstick in I Explore and Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro in 514. Probably didn't make enough difference, and I have like 3 lip products on now. But anyways, here is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you would like to see from me next. I'm always looking for a video inspiration, and if you would like to see a full review on the tint, I'll try and get my hands on my perfect shade. As always, if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!